Hi, it's Chavi Rappaport here with Torah Wisdom to Go. Welcome, welcome. Haven't we all grappled with this question at one point or another? What's my role as a woman? Specifically, a Jewish woman through the eyes of the Torah? Is it limelight or sidelines? Of course, let's take a look at the first Jewish woman, our matriarch Sarah, and see. In last week's Torah portion, the angels come to visit Avram after his circumcision, and he serves them, and they ask him, "Where's your wife?" To which Avram replies, "Ha'ohala. She's hine ba'ohel. She's in the tent." In the tent? Hiding? Obscured? Totally insignificant? Don't jump to premature conclusions. The story continues, and Sarah says to Avram, "Take the maidservant Hagar, and perhaps you will father a child from her, because we're childless." Avram listens, and Ishmael is born. But soon thereafter, they are also blessed with a son, Yitzchak. Sarah immediately perceives Ishmael is no good. He's shooting arrows at Yitzchak, behaving immorally, and she emphatically insists, "We must send Ishmael away." Avram looks at her aghast. "What? My son? How can I send him away?" But soon a heavenly voice rings out and says, "Kol asher tomai lecha Sarah, shma b'kola." Hearken to the voice of your wife. She is a prophetess, and her prophecy is even greater than yours, because Ishmael will not be the progenitor of the Jewish nation, nor will he receive the blessings that I have given to your descendants. Let's take another look. This week's Torah portion, Chayei Sarah. And let's understand, impact the role of Sarah, and by extension, of course, us as Jewish women. So it says, Yitzchak was so grieved when his mother passed away, he couldn't be consoled until Rivka came into his home. And with 3 words, 3 miracles reappeared, and he was comforted. And he felt his mother's presence again in his tent. What are those 3 words? Ha'ohala, Sarah, Imo. Ha'ohala, that hay, a definitive tent, not just any tent. You can point at that tent. It stood out. Passers-by, just looking up at the tent, can see a cloud of glory, spirituality hovering above the tent. And yes, that is a potential that we all have to bring that spiritual halo to our home so that the air and atmosphere is pure and holy. The next miracle that occurred, Sarah, from the word Sarah, we learn her candles. The dough that she baked. Avram is preparing food for the angels, and he says, "Sarah, please prepare the dough." Though he had prepared everything else, he asks her to prepare the dough. And why is that? Our sages ask rhetorically, can a man bring in the wheat and chew it as well? Of course not. Sarah's job was to take the wheat, take that potential and knead it, develop it into something that's a nourishing food. And that's you and me. Take the potential, take what we see as raw and develop it into something whole and beautiful. And the last thing, Imo, his mother. What does a young child see? His mom lighting Friday night the Shabbos candles. But her candles didn't just burn Friday night. They remained lit from one Friday night to the next throughout the week, permeating the whole week with that spirituality, that purity, that goodness. And yes, this is our role, to not only think about the here and now and think our influence is so short, it's far-reaching. It can permeate and carry on and radiate and influence and ignite so many other souls. So, let's never underestimate our power. Your influence is so far-reaching. Go out and conquer the world as only a woman can.